Well, the city of Summit, New Jersey, looking to pass an ordinance that will criminalize homelessness.
Yeah, the mayor says it's not something they actually want to do, but something they feel like they have to do in the interests of public safety. Corrado has a story from downtown Summit with a closer look.
You might not think of Summit as a place that deals with homelessness, but it is an issue impacting cities across the state, and Summit is really no exception. The mayor says that a handful of individuals who have repeatedly refused assistance have now become a danger to public safety, and she feels something needs to be done about it.
She called me, she said, "Daddy, someone pulled a knife on me."
Summit Councilmember Jamel Boyer recounting the phone call he received last month from his 11-year-old daughter.
There was a man that asked them for money. They're panhandling. And the children said no. Then he pulled out a knife, and my daughter and her friends ran away.
It's among a series of events prompting the city council to introduce an ordinance criminalizing sleeping in public spaces with a $2,000 fine.
One of these folks grabbed a child at the playground the other day. And it was actually the same day that this individual pulled a knife on my daughter.
It has become a public health and safety concern for our residents.
Last year, Summit created a task force to holistically address the issue and has successfully placed about 80% of its unhoused population into permanent housing.
We collectively collaborated and we have housed 20 individuals to date in the last 9 months, which is something I'm really proud of.
But elected officials say it's the final few refusing help who are the problem.
We have to balance this. And I think a good balance is saying, hey, if you need services, we will provide them. But if you deny the services and you don't want the services, well, then you can't occupy our public spaces.
Richard Uniacke is on Summit's task force and thinks there's a better way to strike the balance without blanket criminalization.
It's like the drug courts where there's like this intervention step. And I think that's probably the piece that gets inserted into this, is that there's an intervention opportunity.
He hopes Summit reconsiders the ordinance so it doesn't undo the good work that's already been accomplished.
I think that the specific framework of this ordinance is a misstep. It does not fit with the very thoughtful, solutions-oriented, housing-first approach that has been taken.
The council has so far only voted to introduce the ordinance. A public hearing for the adoption of the ordinance is scheduled for April 22nd. Reporting in Summit, New Jersey, I'm Corrado, Pix 11 News.